Hi, I'm Joe. I'm with the Meraki team here at Cisco, and today I want to talk a little bit about the new AMP and ThreatGrid integration onto the Cisco Meraki MX. AMP and ThreatGrid are two industry-leading malware protection technologies from Cisco, and we're very excited to be able to offer them to customers who are using the MX as their network security platform. In addition to the just basic fact that we're going to be able to offer a huge global malware database to our customers using AMP, there are three key capabilities that I want to go through today. The first of them is AMP's retrospective alerting capability. The second is ThreatGrid and what it offers. And the third is the new Security Center that we've added to the Meraki dashboard. Retrospection is a capability that exists within AMP that allows us to look at files that have already been downloaded and say, hey, we now have new information, new threat intelligence that tells us this file is malicious. And we didn't know it at the time that it was downloaded, but we do know it now. So let's alert the administrator. Let's tell them, hey, this malicious file was downloaded on the network, and here's who downloaded it, and here's when, and here's where they got it from, and allow that administrator to then take action.
Retrospective security is your way to turn back time against the information we've already seen in your network based on new intelligence and insight as we go forward.
To have awareness of what's happening on your network, not just knowing and protecting something from happening, but potentially allowing it to happen and knowing that it did, right? That's potentially even more powerful than blocking it in the first place. And this retroactive security, this retrospective security gives you the ability to do that.
ThreatGrid is a unique solution that allows for what we call dynamic malware analysis. What happens is when you're downloading a file through the MX and we don't know whether it's malicious, you have the option to send that file to ThreatGrid. And ThreatGrid will execute it in a virtual environment, and it'll look for what it calls behavioral indicators. There are over 600 of these, and use those behavioral indicators to determine whether or not the file is malicious. If we do determine the file is malicious, not only can we alert you as a ThreatGrid subscriber, we can also update the global AMP database so that all AMP users everywhere are protected against this threat. Because visibility is so critical to effective security, we've put a lot of time and effort into developing what we call the Security Center, which is a new page in the Meraki dashboard that brings together all the malware and threat intelligence and intrusion prevention data for your networks. And what it allows you to do is not only get that information, but also to pivot through that information from all that data to a specific threat, to a specific client, to a specific source of threats, and allow you to take action and create policies based on what you're looking at in that page.
One of the things that we really focused on with developing Security Center in the beginning was creating a single pane of glass for everything security related on a user's network. We had multiple different disparate sources of security information, and we wanted to bring that into a place where users could easily look through it and make their own security analysis judgments from it.
The level of insight you already have in a Meraki deployed network where I'm getting information on user detail and device information, I'm now able to layer threat intelligence against that same data and define great fine-grained policies for control and access to really get at who should be doing what and where from anywhere in the network. And I'm allowed to configure, control, and manage that from any device that has network connectivity.
I think the most important thing for network security is for it to be effective. And I think the best way to make network security effective is to blend powerful features with ease of use. And I think that's exactly what we're doing on the MX with AMP and ThreatGrid.